Hey everyone, welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I'm Erin, along with my fellow hosts Vaughn and Tara. We're fans, we have feelings, and this is where we webcast about them. It's May.
Yay! It's May. Yay.
How is it May? And not just May, it is like May 10th, right? 10th?
It's so far. Yeah, I have no idea what day it is. I have lost all concept of time.
Well, it's the 11th for you. So
friendly reminder that this is also a podcast, so please subscribe to us on iTunes so you don't miss any of our feelings. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember that this is recorded live, so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us any technical difficulties or accidental swears. You can join the conversation with hashtag Geekiary feelings. Come on, how will you know we're wrong if you don't tell us? I apologize for not getting through that. I am unwell.
Oh,
so.
Well, we'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole.
Yay!
Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. We will let you know when we're in agreement. Like that, you will know when we all agree. Okay, so the first thing is to check out the Patreon. It's still there. It's Patreon/the Geekiary. There's some cool things, and we need money to keep going. So please do that. It's fun.
Yeah. Patreon, I've been playing around with it from because of Ice and Fire Con, because we actually after this convention have like a ton of Patreon patron only worthy content, and like I both love and hate the platform because like the idea that people either have to pay monthly and then cancel it when they don't want to pay anymore, or like pay, I guess, sort of like to back a project like you would on Indiegogo or a Kickstarter. It's kind of like, I wish that there was another option where people could just pay one flat amount for access to specific content. I feel like they're missing out on something there. I don't know. That's my.
I'm sure there is. Like you can just. Like, yeah.
If there is, man, someone please let me know because it is driving me crazy.
All right. And that brings us to our favorite topic of all time, which is hashtag Hairgate, aka Man Bun Gate, aka does anyone even fucking care about Game of Thrones? No.
Apparently a lot of people still do.
Yeah, but I have just learned that everyone is stupid and no one matters. So.
Like we actually had someone after the convention, I don't even know if it was someone who attended this year, ask us if like what happens if the show is airing like during the convention next year, and we were like, we'll watch it on Sunday night for people who stay Sunday night, which isn't, it's not everybody, it's not even like it's probably not even 20% of the people that stay Sunday night. So it's like, I mean, yeah, if it's on, we'll watch it. But also, do you think we're gonna change the dates for this? I don't really understand. Nobody knows what's going on. There was that thing. What was it last month we talked about where they filmed that like super long battle or whatever, and they were using all these old pictures of Jon Snow and his luscious hair to like promote their posts about this long ass battle that they filmed, and there's been nothing since, so far as I know.
Good.
Yeah, I feel like I would have heard about it.
I mean,
all the groups I'm in and stuff, but nothing.
I would want to say yes, but I also don't think so because none of my groups, no people I know really watch Game of Thrones anymore, and I don't work in an office, which is where you would learn Game of Thrones news.
Yeah, I don't work in an office either anymore, and with me, it's like because I'm in a bunch of Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones fan groups, and I like kind of I hang out on the Song of Ice and Fire subreddit. You know, once or twice a week, I'll like kind of go back and read through a couple pages of like whatever their newest stuff was, just because I have to, honestly. to kind of stay abreast of things. But like, yeah, my close friends, including people who I'm friends with because of Ice and FireCon, like who used to watch the show, don't watch it anymore. So
I still watch it, and I will watch it. I still care about Jon Snow's hair. I still think he's dead.
I mean, I think like technically he's like undead, or in a way he's still
I'm
dead.
watching the show and I don't see Jon Snow. I'm just like, he died. In my version of Game of Thrones, it's playing in my head. He stayed dead. And things are going really well, to be honest. So
yeah.
Okay, so on Sunday, was it Sunday or Saturday? You guys had a webcast for Infinity Wars.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday night. Erin hosted the Geekyary's Infinity Wars webcast. How did that go, Erin?
It's the first time I've ever hosted a movie webcast because, as you know, I'm the last person to see movies.
I can't believe you saw it in time.
Yeah, seriously.
I know. Right?
Meanwhile, I had to like mute the editor chat because I was like, you guys are like not really spoiling it, but like I don't really want to hear this right now. I can't see it till Thursday. And then the day before I was seeing it, I was like, you know what? From what I have been, you know, kind of minorly, slightly spoiled on, I'm like post-con depression. Like I'm deep in that shit right now. I don't want to talk about this movie. Like I know I'm not gonna want to, and I didn't. So
how did it go?
The webcast went well. I encourage you all to watch it. It was a lot of fun. It ended up being me, Angel, Jamie, and Fareed, and we all had a lot of good diverse opinions about it. So it was pretty good discussion, and we talked about our theories: who's dead, who's not really dead, who's not dead at all. I don't know. And we also came up with our own ideas of what the next Avengers film is going to be called.
Yeah, it's not Infinity Wars Part 2 because, like, I know they said that it's not that, but I have a feeling they're just going to come out and be like, "It's Infinity Wars Part 2."
We had ours were not probably going to happen. Like mine was Avengers. Bucky loves Steve. You know.
Okay. I mean, if we're just stating facts, like
that's
Infinity Wars Part 2. But,
yeah.
Right. No. Ours were a little bit more fun. But
okay.
Yeah, it was a good time. So should watch it.
I'm placing bets on Infinity Wars Part 2, and I definitely will be watching the webcast though to hear your ideas.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it, but I haven't been able to actually watch. Like usually I watch stuff on YouTube, like while I'm not watch. I play stuff on YouTube in the background while I'm working like podcast episodes, webcast episodes and stuff. But I haven't been able to do that because I've been doing too much like internet, like heavy like uploading and whatnot. And I'm so freaking behind on like everything. And I meant to watch Infinity Wars before tonight, like the webcast, so that I could at least like know what happened on it, because I was wondering, but yeah.
I mean, I was like out of it for a week and still not ready to talk about certain aspects of Infinity War. So, I mean, I liked it. It was fine. It was a good movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. It's like, it's fine. It's good. Whatever. I got feels because I care about characters, and even, 10 years of Marvel, that's a long time to care about characters.
It was just a roller coaster of emotions, Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. So the big news of the day that I woke up to, which has just made my day exceptionally well, is that Fox has just cancelled a bunch of shows, including the wonderful Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, it's like half my news feed right now, and I feel bad because I've seen like random episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've always enjoyed what I've watched, but I haven't like watched enough of it to really know all the inside jokes and stuff like that. So,
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like my happy place, my happy show. If I can't deal with anything else, I would go to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, also like Parks and Rec and The Good Place is good too. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is just like, they're nice people, and it's really diverse, and it's really lovely, and it learns from its mistakes, and it's just a really good show. And it's sad that the way that they do ratings and the way that they run network TV has ended such a great show.
Well, I heard, and this could be wrong, but like the rumor that I heard was that because Fox is owned by Disney now, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine is actually a Universal show, that it was kind of like,
that would
whether
make
or not
sense.
they did it has nothing to do with ratings, really. It's because if maybe they didn't even try to come to an agreement, which honestly wouldn't surprise me, with the way, like, just knowing I mean, down here in Orlando, the Disney v Universal thing is like this huge, just, it's nasty in this area. But
the Fox Disney merger has not yet happened, and in fact, there's some news that Comcast may pull in here at the last minute and prevent that from happening. So although I think your argument is valid, I think Fox is just being stupid, because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what I thought originally, and then I heard the Universal thing, and I was like, I mean, that's legitimate, but honestly, I
think that the fact, I think you're right. Like, the fact that it's produced by another network is usually a sign that the TV show, like, that it usually means that they cancel it quicker, because they're like, we're paying licensing fees for this, where it's not their product, so they don't have any connection to it. And so I think that you're right. I don't know that it's a giant Fox Disney conspiracy, Universal Disney conspiracy, but I definitely think that probably played a part in it. I just think it's just really disappointing, and it like shows that younger people, millennials and younger, tend to watch are continuously cancelled by networks because they don't count the ways that we watch them, like, because we watch them in streaming services and etc. So, I
mean, like, literally, like, best case, they're being DVR'd, and maybe that counts. But like, even when I had cable, I would DVR a show and start it 20 minutes late because I don't feel like watching the commercials.
Yeah.
That's not what they want you to do. No, but I agree, Vaughn. Like, that's, yeah, because I mean, they canceled 2 other sitcoms along with that today. They've already cut New Girl. Like, I think they either have a ton of really great comedy pilots coming up, which is probably not the case, or they're just being stupid.
Oh, they did New Girl too?
Well, New Girl was always like, this is their last season.
Are they? So. Is it airing right now?
Yes.
Okay. See, I only watched all of New Girl, like, I don't know, last summer or I don't know, it was last year sometime that I watched like the whole thing through. So I kept wondering, like, when does this show come back? And I never, like, I looked it up a couple times and it still wasn't back. So I was like,
it was a short season.
Oh,
they announced it was like a 10 episode season. Yeah, so I don't know. I hate this time of year.
If it has a good ending, then like that's fine. But if they were planning on it continuing and it's not, then
yeah, I mean, who knows?
But hey, guys, good news. Rick and Morty is getting 70 more episodes.
Oh, yay. I'm so happy
about that. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you can't see my face, and that's probably a good thing. I used to love Rick and Morty. The fans ruined it for me. So.
I hate when fans do that, and you're like, look, this show was fine. It was a fun show. And now it's like a cesspool of horror.
I mean, here's the thing. It was a fun show, but it was also a very deep show. And the reason it got ruined is because of the fans who didn't understand what they were doing. So, like, the whole McDonald's Szechuan sauce thing was just, it was the last straw for me. Also,
Vaughn is gone, but
oh no,
my cat is here. So
they put out these like they put out their seasons so randomly. Like, you never know when the next one is coming. It was like 2 years, maybe more, between season 2 and season 3, I think it was. And it's like, they're not quite at like George R.R. Martin levels of like taking forever to release things, but there's no end in sight. And it's the same way with Steven Universe. And it's like, I love Steven Universe so much, but like, if we didn't get screeners for the Geekiary to review, I don't know, I would probably only still watch it because I don't want to get spoiled, not because I actually am like anxiously awaiting its arrival. Like, I hate that whole like, you never know when we're coming back with episodes thing. Like, just fucking tell me when you're coming back. There are shows that are worth that maybe, but they're few and far between.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we still talking about Rick and Morty? I just ran away and came back.
Not really.
We're done.
Good.
Yeah, so this obviously, like I said, is the worst time of the year for TV fans, because all the networks are going through their upfronts and finalizing their fall schedules, and it sucks because all the good shows are getting canceled.
Not yet.
So
there's still light on the horizon.
Somebody on Twitter put that iZombie was canceled, and so that's why I was furiously like going through my iPad. So sorry about that, but it doesn't appear that is the case right now.
There's my dog.
So. I mean, honestly, I watched like 3 TV shows. One of them is iZombie. The other one is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I can't even think of what the third one is. So possibly it's only 2, and they keep canceling them. So obviously I'm wrong.
I watch like several TV shows, but there's very few that I really care about. Like, I care about The Expanse. I care about iZombie. That's probably it. Like, I honestly think I could give her, like, I don't give any shits about the 100. I watch it, but like, it's one of those things where I get up in the morning, I'm like, this would be nice to play in the background while I'm working. So I don't even know if I watch it. I kind of like 50 to 60% watch it, and the rest just kind of listen. I just don't care that much. There's only so many bad things that can happen to a group of attractive teenagers before I stop caring. And that was like the other one. 2 seasons
I watched
ago.
The Good Fight. That's the third one. The Good Fight. So don't cancel The Good Fight, or I will have nothing.
That got renewed.
Yes, I know.
So that's good.
So that's another season of me having something to watch. All right. Speaking of bubble shows, iZombie.
So
I just want to say that I've been on Twitter nonstop looking for iZombie renewal / cancellation news. I am starting to get really,
I count
really
on you for
impatient.
it.
Yeah, no, I am starting to get so impatient. Like 1 year ago today is when we found out that it got renewed for this season. And so I'm like, come on, guys.
It was really late coming back this year, though. Compared to last year, or not really late, but it was later.
Yes. Well, and Rob Thomas basically came out and said, "I only need 1 more season." So.
But I mean, he made 1 more season, so like we're gonna get it, right? Like, don't.
It's all up to the CW, man.
CW.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
I mean, what have the ratings been like this season? Because like I've been watching it and I've been loving this season. Don't get me wrong. There's like, I fucking hate Major right now. Like, I have no idea what's going on with Angus and whatever. Like there are things about it that I'm like, but like the show as a whole is so good. Like this is really the best season I think since like the first season. That's my opinion. Not that I didn't like the other ones, but I really think this has just been a very strong season because it's less about the brain of the week, but there's so much more like deep like story going on there. I was really worried about how they were going to handle the like Seattle, you know, being separated, walled off thing. But like it's been so good. And I don't know what the ratings have been. I've not paid attention on purpose, kind of.
The ratings have been pretty consistent throughout the season. They're not great. They're like a 0.2, 0.3. So they're running like about 700,000 viewers, like less than 1 million. It's one of the lowest rated shows on the CW. And this week's episode was up in viewership. So I think fans are finally being like, getting a little nervous. Should probably watch this live. So
I think it's worth renewing for one more season if they know it's going to end.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't imagine it has a huge overhead.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if they thought it was going to blow out and people were going to, but like if the fans know going in that there's going to be the final season, CW does that a fair amount, like giving shows a final season. Like maybe they shorten it. Maybe they like, you know, because I think like, and a bunch of shows are going to be ending next year because Crazy Ex-Girlfriend's getting one more season, isn't it? And so that like after next year, there will be like a new slate. So they may as well have it for one more season, I think. I think.
Well, and the other thing that's interesting about the CW for next season is they're starting programming on Sunday nights too. So they have a whole extra night of time slots. They've already canceled Life Sentence, which was new this season. And then I think their other show, Valor, is on the bubble. But all of a bunch of the main cast members of Valor already have new jobs or like different jobs. So it's probably not coming back. So I think it was smart that Rob Thomas was like, I just need one more season and we'll see how it goes.
I mean, I think that worked out. I'm pretty sure that's what Rachel Bloom did. And I'm 100% certain that that's what the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend people, just said Rachel Bloom, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Jane the Virgin people did. Like they literally said, all we need is one more. Give us one more to wrap up the story. And both of those got renewed. So I'm surprised that we still haven't heard about iZombie, but at the same time, like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend aired starting like last fall, and Jane the Virgin, I'm pretty sure was also last fall. So that, you know, iZombie coming back later, it sucks. Like the waiting game where you're seeing everything else.
I think they're holding out because they want people to watch the show, right?
Yeah.
And they know that ratings are going to go up if the show's on the bubble.
Damn it, CW, just do it.
So I mean, they'll save it to the last minute, and I think it'll get one more season. I mean, I don't want to like jinx it, but
sure hope
I think
so.
because what shows have they got? What pilots did they do?
They haven't announced any new pilots.
Well, they commissioned a bunch of pilots, obviously. Do you know what pilots they commissioned?
No. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't know any at the top of my head. They're making all their announcements next week, so.
I mean, obviously, Wayward Sisters was one.
They haven't announced that that's been ordered, though. That the pilot's been done, but no season orders have been.
Yeah, well, they haven't done any season. I'm just wondering if there's any like if we've seen any like standout pilots, like anyone talking about standout pilots that might need a spot.
There's the Charmed reboot also was a pilot order. So
do we need a Charmed reboot? No.
The reboot thing is I've been over it, so I don't know.
I think those two are probably the most possible. But
who knows? The year that they picked up Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, iZombie, and Jane the Virgin, they were the same year, or Jane the Virgin was the year before? That was wild because everyone was like, what the hell?
It's hard to tell because like they air at kind of random times. So it's like Jane the Virgin is in or just finished its 4th season. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend finished its 3rd. So yeah, it must have been Jane the Virgin and iZombie around the same time, and then Crazy Ex-Girlfriend a year later. And I was honestly shocked that I'm glad that Crazy Ex-Girlfriend got picked up for a final, like a 4th and final season. But I was kind of shocked that it did, because it was like their ratings were not, this season was a much harder season to watch overall, but their ratings were also abysmal, like way worse than iZombies are right now. So, I mean, it sucks because it's a good show, but.
Hold on.
Erin's still like, are you still, is there news?
Wait.
She's looking it up. She's looking it up.
She's got to clarify whether or not she's going to tell us the truth.
You guys keep talking.
Okay.
I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, iZombie is either going to come back or it's not. I'm enjoying the season still. We love it. We think it's great. Every time we come on this podcast, we're like, wow, how good is iZombie? It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, like, some people don't agree with at least mine and Erin's views on iZombie, but
oh, you've got drama? No.
I wouldn't even call it drama. It's yeah. I don't like Major, and some people don't like that I don't like Major, and Erin loves Blaine, and some people don't like that Erin loves Blaine.
I'm sorry, my computer is like freezing up, so if you see me like not doing anything, it's because I'm frozen. So I totally missed everything you just said, but I did come back when you said something about Blaine.
I said some people don't like the fact that I don't like Major, and those same people don't like the fact that you love Blaine. So
okay, well, Blaine is a really good villain, and Major is making really poor decisions. So, I mean,
look, Blaine is a great villain. I don't understand why you would not like Blaine. He's the best villain, because like he thinks he's a good guy, and that is the best villain.
I mean, it's not even just that. It's like his whole thing is just written well.
Yeah, it's really good. He's really good. But I think people
care about him. I care about him.
Like people get confused because they're like, you can't like this person because they're awful. You can't like this character because they're awful. It's like, no, that's exactly why I do like them, because they're really well written character that is awful.
And he's awful, but sometimes he does things that it's just like, wait, he actually isn't all like the whole when Ravi ate like heroin addict Brain, and he like went to the scratching post begging for drugs, and like Blaine and it's Don E that's still alive, right? It's Don E. I'm so like whatever. Donnie like brought him into the office and like sat him down and like called Peyton because they knew who to call. Like, come on, man. I was like, oh, it's so cute. It's like when Loki does nice things for Thor, and my heart melts a little. And like he's still a shitty like person overall, but like I don't know.
I also really like Donnie. So like the combination of Blaine and Donnie, I'm just like, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing about this show is that like when they have like villains who are just like pure like villainous characters, they don't waste too much time on them. You know what I mean? Like even like Angus, like they kind of like brought him in a few times and then kind of like had him, you know, sequestered away in the well for a while, and now it's like I guess he's still supposed to be a bad guy, but like he's got his whole brother love thing going on, and I don't know. They write villains very well in this show. It's refreshing.
Do you remember Vaughn from Vaughn DeClark from season 2 with Max Rager?
Yeah,
like he was great.
Yes, excellent. No, great villain.
We cannot keep talking about iZombie though.
We can talk about it forever. I mean, I just think that's an important thing because shows are made by their villains. Like everyone thinks shows are made by heroes. They're not. They're made by how good your villain is. Like if you don't care about your villain, whether you want them to lose or win or whatever. If you don't care about them, then your show has failed.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
All right. The next thing on the list is Killing Eve, which I've been hearing about but have not watched. So one of you has watched it because you put it in the...
Oh, that was me.
Oh, good.
Shocker, I know. So BBC America has this new show called Killing Eve. We're about 4 or 5 episodes into the series, so it's still really new. It's really great, and you should all watch it. It's very female lead heavy, and it's basically Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer are the 2 leads, and Fiona Shaw is in there too, and she's great. And it's a kind of a spy thriller, and one is an assassin and one is a spy person trying to hunt down the assassin, and so they foil each other. It's very nice.
I mean, it's BBC. They've put out several good shows in the past, 5 or 6 years. So,
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm going to watch it.
Well, they are really, really pushing it to the orphan Black crowd. And I think that is a smart move because they have very similar styles. And so, whereas Orphan Black obviously had that sci-fi, and Killing Eve doesn't really have the sci-fi, but it's still like the same style and female centric, and it's nice. So
I had to remember that as something that I'll probably not watch it till the first season is over, just because I don't have cable. I also don't have much free time, but yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. So
good. Check it out.
All right, so April shows. I have already said that I only watched 3 shows, and those shows have all finished, or none of you watched the good fight. So, guys, you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, we talked about a lot of these last month, and I just kind of, when I created this document, I just like left them all in here. So like The Expanse has been going for, I don't know, I think it just had its 4th or 5th episode, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty good this season. Like it is good. I think they're still trying to find like a balance with like action and like some episodes are just super heavy on just shit I don't care about, and other episodes are like really heavy on action. It's like you could have parceled this out a bit better, but like it's still it's when it needs to be true to the book series, like as somebody who read the books, it is, which is like so good, so refreshing. And when it's not true to it, it's like super obvious why they made the decisions they did. They aren't just like kind of random like things that they threw at a wall and see if they stuck. It's like, yes, I understand why they changed this, which is not what so many other Game of Thrones shows do. So I already mentioned the 100. I'm watching it, but I just don't care about it at all. Like I legit don't care about a single thing that happens on that show or that happens to any of those people. I watch it because it's something to watch. It's something to have on in the background.
Well, it did get renewed. So
yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, all right.
They announced it during iZombie. Ugh.
Rude. Do you guys watch West? Well, Vaughn, I guess you don't watch. Erin, do you watch Westworld?
I do, yes.
So I did not like the first, like, what was this past Sunday? The 3rd episode? I did not like the first 2 episodes. I was like, hey, how about we spend, just like more of our time, like on flashbacks from years ago. I don't care about this. Like, I get that they have to fill out an episode and stuff, but that's exactly what it felt like, filler. So when like this past Sunday's episode finally aired and we got like more of what has been going on in the, sorry guys, I keep yawning. I'm so exhausted. More of what was going on in the present. I was like, oh, fucking thank God finally. And like they showed like the other, like the India, the sort of like, I guess like turn of the century, like in India, like big game hunting park. And then at the end we got like a glimpse of like one of the ninjas or whatever. I don't even know. That's not even the right word, I'm sure. But like, so yeah, I'm hoping that this week, like that they'll continue with that stuff and not just keep spending like half or more of the episode, like back on nonsense that I don't care about. Maybe other people care about it, but I don't.
I'm super confused at the timeline. And so I've spent too much time racking my brain trying to figure it out. So instead I'm just watching it for watching it.
Oh yeah, I have to do that too. And well, and here's the thing. I have to ask, would you be confused about the timeline if you didn't like because you know in the first season, like the whole time you're thinking you're just watching this sort of like chronological thing, or maybe there's some flashbacks and like flash forwards, but it's like you think that they're obvious, and then you get to the end and whoa, everything's turned on its head and you don't know what's what. Like if that hadn't happened in the first season, would you be like would you be bothered by what was going on this season? Like I read or wasn't even read. I looked through this like Imgur post that I think Angel shared about like the possible 3 timelines from the first episode. And I went through it and I was like, I hate this. I'm not even saying it's wrong. I hate this. And so because the first season I didn't delve into any of the theories that were like put out on the internet while it was airing. So when I got to the end, like I was surprised because I just hadn't, I watched it, but I didn't pay enough attention, I guess, or something. I don't know. I didn't read into it enough or too much or whatever. And this time it's like I started reading into it too much. And then I was like, nope. I will not enjoy this if I do this. So I'm just like backing the fuck off and just watching it to watch it. And
yeah,
I did that after before the second episode, before I watched the second episode. So like I watched that one and it just, the reasons why I didn't like that one were just all the flashback shit. But like, you know, then I watched the third one and there's not, oh, and our Mistus is back. Oh, it's my girl. So yeah. I just want to watch her crunch people with her bionic hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just watching it. I don't even know, and I've said this about every single season of American Horror Story as well. I don't know if I like it. I'm just watching it. Not bad, probably.
I don't think so.
I think if you enjoy it while you're watching it, then it's fine. I don't think you have to have a deeper kind of connection to things.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I keep hoping it's like going to get really good, and then it hasn't happened yet. So, you know.
Yeah, if you're waiting for a show to get good, that's not a really good reason to watch it because it probably is what it's going to be.
Yeah, so other than that, I haven't watched anything else that started airing in April. I have not watched a single episode of Legion. I have not watched a single episode of Handmaid's Tale.
With Legion, you're not missing much. I have pretty much stopped watching it because it's just too freaking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like #fake geek girl because like I didn't really love it the first season either.
I didn't love it either. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, what got me was like, it's a show that thinks it's smarter than it is. Like it's deliberately trying to be weird and not in an entertaining way. It's just kind of like, look how weird I am. You don't know what's going on. It's like, yeah, but this isn't fun, guys.
Yeah.
Well, and for me, I did like that aspect of it in this first season because I think by the end of the season, it tied up enough and it got like for me, the first episode was the weirdest and then it got progressively less weird and kind of tied everything up together. season 2 is just like, I don't even know. And it's not fun. So.
Well, it's cancelled, isn't it? It's not coming back.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it?
Oh, I thought I heard that it was, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't pay attention, so. I would not know about anything if Erin didn't inform us.
Yeah. Erin.
I just really like TV.
Yeah,
I know it's great because it means that I don't have to go searching for things. If I didn't know that you would tell us the second you found out that iZombie is either renewed or canceled, then I would be looking for it too. So you're doing the Lord's work, Erin.
You are. You're also watching all the TV shows so we can figure out whether they're worth watching.
Yeah. Because I think you're the reason I started watching iZombie. So
yeah.
So, good. Yeah.
You're our TV guinea pig.
But yeah, so Handmaid's Tale was the next thing, and yeah, Vaughn, I also have been too sad to deal with it, which is why I have the first episode aired while I was at Ice and FireCon, and I was like, haha, that's funny. I'm not gonna have time to watch this till days after I get home. And then I got home and I was like, this post-con depression is like some of the worst I've dealt with in years, because the convention itself was so amazing. So like, I don't want to watch anything sad.
I want to watch it, right? And I know I'll probably enjoy it when I watch it. But also, the world is so awful. I don't need to watch like a prediction about what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, I've seen enough people like making vague posts on Twitter and Facebook about how like, oh yeah, so looking forward to when this like comes true totally because we're already like halfway there. Iowa.
Well, luckily for you, I've been watching it.
Oh, okay, good. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Although it's just like, I'm really not enjoying the directing choices that have been going on so far. Like it's just all close-ups of Elizabeth Moss's face and like her weird facial expressions. And I'm just like, okay, like I get what you're trying to do, but I don't want it anymore.
She has like 3 expressions and they're all just kind of like,
yeah,
but more teeth. And I have big teeth, and I'm not even saying she has big teeth, but she's like, she shows her teeth a lot. I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know how to make her facial expressions. And here's the thing, like, she's amazing in that show. Like, I get it, but like, I'm not a big fan of like the awkward close-up. So
there's a lot of that in season 2. So
good.
Prepare yourself.
Excellent. It's gonna
prepare myself for when I'm like less depressed about my life and the world as we know it, and actually watch it.
Yeah, I watched yesterday's episode last night, and I was just like, God, I don't want to look at her face every 5 seconds, like just longingly looking in space. Like, ugh, I get it. I know she's unhappy, but geez, come on. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that.
Okay. Well, I will watch it eventually, and maybe next month we can have a proper discussion about her face.
Yeah, now I'm curious.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to unsee it. I'll be checking every time there's a close-up. I'll be like, oh, another one. God!
That is all my fault. I take full responsibility. I'm sorry.
Well, it would probably cut through the tension of the horror that is happening. I'll be like too focused on the directing choices to actually feel what's happening. So that'll be good.
I think that is really what's happening with me too. And because yep.
Yeah, good, excellent. Okay, so May movies. What's happening? Obviously, Infinity Wars came out last month, and then we've got next week. Is it next week? Deadpool?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
I think it's next week.
I'm pretty sure it's next week.
And then the week after is Solo.
Yeah.
I will watch both of those movies, but I am not super fussed on either of them.
Yeah. I Deadpool, I'm going to see that when I see it. If I somehow have time, like Sunday evening or something next weekend, I might go see it then. If I don't, it'll be a couple weeks if I see it in the theater at all. Like Solo, I'm going to see it opening night just because I'm going to review it. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be bad, which is what I was worried about for a while. But I also don't really think it's going to be good.
We're all going to see it because of Donald Glover. So it's
exactly.
I mean,
we
should just admit it. Like,
I literally care about nothing or nobody else in this film except for Donald Glover's Lando Calrissian.
I do.
For so many reasons.
For like all of the reasons is the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
I just also like I'm not a good enough reason for me to go to a midnight screening. So it will be the first Star Wars movie that I have not gone to a midnight screening to since Phantom Menace. So
oh yeah, I forget you guys don't have like the 7 p.m.
No. We do the midnight.
Yeah. Oh no, I would not be fucking seeing this at midnight. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. I'm going to the well, and here's the thing, like the tickets fucking went on sale at midnight. I was in bed. So I wake up the next morning, I'm like, shit, tickets went on sale. There's not a single decent seat at any like pre 10 p.m. showing on opening night at any theater within like 40 miles of our house. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm paying the extra money to go to this weird like fan event thing. It's actually Brian's birthday. Like it comes out on what, the 25th or whatever, but his birthday is the 24th. So like the 7 p.m. the Thursday night stuff is on his birthday. So I was like, hey, happy birthday, whether you like it or not. I'm buying us tickets to see this weird fan thing. I think there's a poster involved, but we have to pay like shipping and handling. It's like free poster, but you pay shipping and handling. I'm like, what the fuck is this? An infomercial? Can I get a Snuggie with that too? But anyway, so yeah, that's I wouldn't have seen Rogue One opening night if I had to wait until midnight.
I did. I went to midnight screening of Rogue One, and that was fine. I really enjoyed Rogue One, so it was fine.
I mean, yeah. I did too. I just like if it's not part of like the direct like I guess at this point like the linear canon, like this, like the next to come sort of stuff. I wouldn't be able to stay up that late, dude. This past weekend, I somehow stayed up until 1 a.m. and I was like, woo, party time. I'm not counting like conventions when I stay up till 3 or 4 a.m. because that's like an entirely different situation and animal. But like for a movie where I'm just sitting in a theater watching something, I get exhausted if I go to a 7 p.m. screening. I get out at 9:30 and I'm like, why were there like 40 minutes of previews? I want to go to bed.
Oh, I went to the 10:45 p.m. Infinity War with my brother and his girlfriend, and I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do it. Kudos
terrible.
To you.
I was so tired because you're always tired, extra tired on Fridays because it's like the end of the week.
Yeah,
you know, and it was bad.
To be fair, I would have probably like drank before I got there, and then I would have brought like I if I'm gonna drink in the theater, I bring like one of these things with me and I fill it with wine or something. I'm not kidding. Like Black Panther, I brought one of these with me and just filled it with wine.
I went to the Brew House movie theater, so there was beer involved and food. Like, but that was the only thing I got.
Our theaters suck so much because they let you get one drink at a time per person. And like, I'm not going to go back out in the middle of the movie to get a drink. I barely want to go back out to pee, like, let alone wait in line and get a drink. Like, Is that one of those ones where they bring it to your seat?
Yes.
I hate you.
Sorry. You
Not
could
really.
come visit sometime just for going to movies.
I have never been to Iowa, so that is a possibility.
It's a weird place. It's a real weird place right now. So
Yeah.
you may not want to come here.
All right.
All
So anyway, events, things that have happened and things that are coming.
Tara?
I hear that Sydney Writers Festival happened.
Yeah, it did. And it was really good. I mean, it was wild. Yeah, there was a writer who got called out in the middle of a Q&A for a Me Too thing for like forcibly kissing people. So that was a bit of a drama. And
is it like on YouTube or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. It's like it was my whole weekend, so I'm sort of blocking it from my mind. But yeah, so that was fun. So that kind of overshadowed everything. It was a good festival. Lots of cool panels and stuff. Lots of wealthy old ladies, well, middle-aged kind of ladies, go to writers' festivals, and they're always interesting to talk to.
I always I think about it and I'm like, when I say someone is older now, I'm like, what does that even mean?
I know, because
I am solidly entrenched in my mid-30s, okay? Like, I am approaching like the last year of my mid-30s and I'm like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I have friends who are in their early 20s and I feel so old.
I feel old, and I feel that's why I'm always like, are they middle-aged? Am I middle-aged? I don't know. Like, you know, these, I'm not talking, because I think old lady, I think like kind of 80s, 90s, and these are like, there's a few of those, but
I mean, it's weird because like my mom is 59, 58, and I don't think of her as old, but then like some stranger is like, you know, that age, and I'm like, ooh, she's older.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, so they're around like our parents' age, these ladies, and they're wealthy, and they come, and they all love to like, they will read these like, they love to read like bios of people who have had awful lives, which I find, because they're always like, do you enjoy reading this stuff? And I'm like, no, if it doesn't have a happy ending, I don't read it. And they're like, oh, but you know, it's so important. And I'm like, look, other people are living shit lives, okay, right? I don't have to like, you know, read someone else's shit life.
I don't like reading biographies or memoirs or, you know, whatever. I don't like reading true stories that have shitty endings. But I gotta be honest, when I'm reading fiction, I am definitely like I don't love happy endings.
I love a happy ending.
And like, honestly, I wish I did. I think I did when I was younger, like 20 years ago. Yeah, I loved a fucking happy ending, but like the older the older I got, at some point in college, I just like, I reached this point where I found that it wasn't believable and I couldn't enjoy it because it wasn't believable to me. Like,
I mean, it's not believable, but that's why I like it, because you don't have happy endings in real life, so you want them in books. This is why I read fan fiction, because it tells you exactly what's going to happen. It's like, these bad things are going to happen at the start. It tells you these bad things are going to happen, but it's okay because they're going to have a happy ending.
Works out in the end.
Yeah. So
I and here's the thing, like the two books I've actually like published do not have happy endings at all. They have at best like not unhappy endings, I think.
I can handle ambiguity.
Yeah, but like when I used to write fanfic, everything I wrote had a happy ending except for one. One didn't. And I literally, it got to the chapter where I was like, okay, everything is going to change I put like at the beginning of the chapter, this is the last thing you should read if you want a happy ending. And again, at the end of the chapter, this is the last thing you should have read if you want a happy ending. And then at the beginning of the next chapter, do not go any further if you want a happy ending. And like, people still didn't listen to me. And they were like, I know you warned. They were nice about it. Everybody was so nice about it. I know you warned me, but like, I had to keep reading because I enjoyed it so much. And then it ended and it was so horrible. And I cried. You made me cry. And I was like, good.
People who write fan fiction that don't have a happy ending are like the bravest bitches I've ever known. So well done.
And to be honest, I think I still to this day think it's the best fanfic I ever wrote.
I mean, it's probably good. I would never read it because it would say unhappy ending on the tags, and I would be like, nah.
It was so long ago. I don't even know like if I tagged it with unhappy ending, but like it was very clear where I was like, you can absolutely stop reading this fiction, this fanfic like right now, and it is you'll feel fulfilled. But if you keep reading it, you won't. So
that's gone in a tangent. Anyway, Ice and Fire Con.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. So this was our 6th year, and you know every year is different, especially because we've had to move so much. Like we outgrew our first location after 3 years. We outgrew our second location after 2 years. So this year was our first year at this new place in Ohio, Deer Creek Lodge. And it was, I mean, a lot of people are saying it was the best year yet. I personally, along with a lot of the people who were there the first year, are saying if it wasn't the best year yet, it was the best year since 2013, which I like that's how I feel. I don't know. It was so much bigger. We had like a 40% attendance growth over last year. That's a lot when last year was less than 200 people. So not much less, but still. So yeah, it was, I don't know. It was amazing. And like, honestly, if you're into Song of Ice and Fire or Game of Thrones, like, please check out our YouTube channel. We don't monetize, so this isn't about like subscriptions or viewing hours or anything. But we do have, oh gosh, I think about 70% of our panels are going to be up on our YouTube channel, and like our performance contest entries, there's 4 of them. One was like the Broken Man monologue from the books that wasn't in the show. I don't know. It's from Feast for Crows. And then there was like a folk song where someone took Free Fallin' and like rewrote it with Song of Ice and Fire lyrics. And then like someone took a song from the books. And this, I broke down crying in the during the performance contest, because this guy brought out like a ukulele, and he had taken a song that exists in the books as like lore. There are no lyrics. There's nothing. So there are songs that like the show adapted, you know, that had lyrics in the books, Reigns of Castamere and Bear and the Maiden Fair. But this song it was only mentioned in the books and several times, but like there was nothing for him to go off of other than like mentions. And he comes out in like full cosplay as a bard with a ukulele. And he's written not just the lyrics, but the music for this song. And I like, it was hilarious. It was funny, but I was like crying, like not crying because it was funny, but crying because like this would only ever happen at Ice and Fire Con, you know, that someone would do something like that. And I was like, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm just going away for a while. Also, we had a musical, like a 45-minute musical. It was songs, so all of them were set to Hamilton songs. So if you like Hamilton, it's still in the editing, like the video that we took is still in the editing process, but it was 14 songs from Act 1 of Hamilton that the lyrics were rewritten as like Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones parody. So it's pretty hilarious. So I'm excited for that to be put out. I don't know. It was amazing. It's amazing. That's all I have to say about that because I've said enough.
Sounds amazing. Any upcoming events you guys have? I have just written sleep because that is all I am planning to do for the next ever. What about you guys?
MegaCon. I'm literally going for like 3 hours on Saturday to get a picture with Jeff Goldblum, and that's it. I don't care about the convention at all. Sorry, not sorry. That's it. And then Comic-Con, obviously.
Obviously. God, that's coming up fast.
Before I go talk about Comic-Con, Wizard World Des Moines is coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I never do. But Winston Duke is headlining.
Ooh,
which is
I would
interesting.
I would go for him.
Yeah, because Jason Momoa was the headliner, but he had to drop out. So, but I think that Winston Duke is kind of an interesting but very cool replacement.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. Just something to do. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con. It's in July. It's coming up.
Yay.
Yeah, we just found out today that season 3 of Winona Earp is going to be premiering on July 20th, which is during Comic-Con. It's the Friday of Comic-Con. That is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear if they're gonna do like a ticketed event or something, because that is a ticketed event I will fucking pay for and go to. Like, that's what I want. That's all I want in my life. Please. I'm still waiting to hear about like the panels that I applied for. So I have like no freaking idea what my Comic-Con is gonna be like, other than that I don't arrive until like noon on Thursday. But like, yeah. Winona Earp.
Yes.
I'm
sure they will have something.
I hope so. I wish I'd been into it before, Comic-Con last year, because I would have bought tickets to go to the thing that you went to. Like, oh my God.
Or you could have just gone, because I just went. I didn't buy a ticket.
They
said, Erin, we want you to be here. And I was like,
oh, right,
okay.
right. But I mean, I wasn't pressed. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
I mean, I
still would have taken you. It's fine.
Invite Erin everywhere. Erin, we want you to be there. It's just the open invitation of every party that has existed.
Seriously.
I'm kind of fun at parties. Like, I'm not really fun in general, but put some drinks in me and I'm pretty fun.
You're the most fun.
This is probably the last Comic-Con I'm going to be able to go to for a while, just for personal reasons and stuff. And I'm planning on, like, I'm honestly, the last time that I went, when I only went from Thursday to Sunday, was 2016. And that was like my best one yet. So like, I'm hoping this year is going to like kind of live up to that. But yeah, I'm planning on ripping Comic-Con a new one this year.
Do it. Go wild.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping.
All right. So recommendations. What are we recommending for May? Erin.
Oh, I go first. I subscribe to the PBS channel on Amazon. It is the best $5.99 per month I have ever spent.
What are we getting on the PBS channel?
PBS programming. Okay. Like like lots everything that you can find on PBS, like Masterpiece and Masterpiece Mystery. Like, I really love like British period dramas and all that stuff. And so it's just like millions of series that I will probably never watch anything new again.
Except you're Erin, so we know you will.
I don't know. I went through the queue last night and I was like, I want to watch this and this and this and this. So I could be busy for a while.
I just realized that your shirt is a Demogorgon skeleton.
Yes, it's my new Stranger Things shirt. It's the Science Museum of Indiana.
That's so cool.
It's yeah.
I want one.
It's a demo dog.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go look up the Science Museum of Indiana and see if I can order one of those.
No, you can't. I found it on Etsy. But Dustin in Stranger Things 2 wears a Brontosaurus shirt like this that's purple, and it's from the Science Museum of Indiana. So this is like a parody shirt, but also with a demo dog.
They and random aside, did you see that they turned like most of a mall in Gwinnett, Gwinnett Mall, which is near Atlanta, into like an 80s mall for season 3? I'm so fucking excited, y'all. Like, that is like less than 2 hours from Greenville. I am fucking going. I am going. I'm so excited.
Why do I love Stranger Things so much?
I mean, for legitimate reasons, because it's amazing. Like, I got my fucking straight, like razor edge straight parents into Stranger Things, and the worst thing they had to say about it was, these kids swear a lot. That's like, yeah, well, fine.
I got my mom to watch it and iZombie, so I feel really like happy about that. Yes.
Cool.
Vaughn, what you got going?
Oh,
for your
my
recommendation?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna recommend Janelle Monáe's album, Dirty Computer, which is like, it's got a visual album too. So yeah, just it's amazing. It's the best thing. It's the best thing this year. It's so good. I can't even describe it because it's so amazing. But yeah, when I know it's weird recommending music stuff with you guys because it's like a bit outside your vibe.
I love Janelle Monáe. Like, I've only kind of listened to her stuff on like YouTube and whatnot. I haven't like bought her album because because I just don't ever connect my phone to, like, my iPhone has zero music. It doesn't even have my iTunes on it. Like, I've never actually connected it to my computer and had it like upload my iTunes because I listen to NPR and that's it.
Can I tell you a quick little tidbit about this person right here and music? Yeah. And maybe you will appreciate my love of music because I love music. And in 1999, well, actually, before that, I had a website that was dedicated to new pop artists. But in 1999, I was the only American Westlife fan. Westlife is an Irish boy band that I'm still in love with. Yes. Well, I know you know, but no other Americans do.
Well, they're wrong.
So I know. And so Westlife came and did a concert in Iowa my senior year of high school. And I was like, and I made a poster that was in Gaelic, so only they could read it.
Did they read Gaelic?
Irish Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're from, yeah. Wow. That is good. That is amazing.
I've always been a fangirl.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we've always been like, you're born like this and you don't ever stop. Like, people think like it's like a random thing. No, this is just the way that you are.
Yeah, yes. Like I used to stalk like the Borders bookstore at the mall every time a new fucking Star Wars the EU novel was coming out in the 90s. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, stalking bands, going to shows, lining up for movies, buying special edition things. Yeah, this is my life since I was about 8. So yeah, but yeah. We're looking at music. Janelle Monáe's album is amazing. It's super poppy, and fun and feminist and queer and just amazing. She's
I am not ashamed. I love super poppy music.
Oh,
man.
I'm a pop,
Heck
like I'm a
yes.
pop music fan. Like this is my genre. I love pop music, and Janelle Monáe. I mean, people will use it. They say it's pop, but like they won't say it's pop because they'll say it's good, you know. And they like to use pop as a disparaging thing, but it is. It's poppy. It's fun, and you can dance to it. And yeah, it's got meaning behind it. But pop music has meaning. Like that's not, the two are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever
Granted,
listened to
hashtag not all
before?
pop music, but
Have you guys ever listened to Superfruit before?
Yeah.
Oh God, I love Superfruit. If you want some good gay pop music, listen to Superfruit. There you go.
Good.
That's an
Excellent.
additional music recommendation.
I'm always happy for good gay pop music. This is all right. And my other thing is Picnic at Hanging Rock, which, you know, is my dad worked on, so it you know, bias and all that, but is going to be available on Amazon.
I don't even know.
It is. We are a nepotism world at the moment, but yes, I've seen it. It's really good. It's available on Amazon on May 25th.
Yeah, I don't have any recommendations, you guys. I was like racking my brain trying to come up with one, and I realized like my life has just been, unfortunately, from like the end of March until about the end of May, my life is like consumed with Ice and Fire Con. So I don't, like, I watch things that are already there and stuff, but like I don't know, like last month I recommended, or maybe the month before, at some point I think it was last month, I recommended Jane the Virgin. Still recommend that. Like season 4 just came out. Actually, you know what? I re-recommend Jane the Virgin because season 4 just came out on Netflix, and I'm like maybe 4 episodes in, 5 episodes in. I think it's 4, and this show, it's already made me cry at least once, like happy tears. I don't think I've ever watched a show that has made me so like heartbroken, but like happy heartbroken. And if that, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Like, just like her grandmother like struggling to like become a legal citizen, and like there are like snide references to the current fucking political situation. It's just it's so like heartfelt and also so like funny at the same time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't with it. I love it so much. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. And that's all.
I would also,
oh yeah.
I would also like to make a recommendation on behalf of the Geekiary, since most of us watch this show. Please CW renew iZombie. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good way to end this.
Yeah.
On that note, I am Vaughn, and I am here with Tara and Erin. Thank you for joining us for Feelings with the Geekiary. Remember, we are a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you. So thank you for contributing to our host site, the Geekiary, and we will see you next month.